Guys, there's a video doing the rounds about a Tesla Model S that has done more than 420,000 miles on the same motor, the same batteries. I don't really understand that, why this is news. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans, you're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Guys, a few months ago I made a video showing a Tesla Model 3 that had done more than 400,000 miles on the same battery, the same motors. In fact, there is now 3 Tesla Model 3s that have done more than 400,000 miles on the same battery and the same motors. It's quite interesting, right? A lot of people don't realize that actually there is heaps of Tesla Model 3s that have done more than 300,000 miles. There is a couple of Tesla Model Ys now that have done more than 200,000 miles. Now, all these cars I'm referring to obviously have the same battery and the same motors. I'm not referring to cases if there's some sort of warranty issue and you need your battery replaced. That does occasionally happen. It's fairly rare. It's more common with older Teslas like Tesla Model S's, Model X's to have battery replacements. But the newer Model 3s, the Model Ys, it's actually quite rare for that to happen. However, just in case you haven't already seen this story, this guy actually has done 430,000 miles in his Tesla Model S. And this vehicle was featured on Auto Trader in a video. This story, it is kind of intriguing. What's intriguing about this story is the fact that it's not a Model 3. The Model 3 is significantly more reliable in terms of the motors, the battery packs. Newer Model S's are also very reliable, but a Tesla Model S 90D from the UK actually did just over 430,000 miles in a very short period of time. It was purchased in 2016, and the owner has kept it in very good condition, even though he's actually supercharged it he says every day. He says he supercharged it every single day. Now, that's obviously not likely, but basically he's supercharging the thing extremely, extremely regularly. And if we're to believe anti-EVs or inside EVs, if we're to believe them, then this vehicle would be dead by now. Basically, they're saying that the range would be destroyed in some sort of research they claim that they've done. Tesla vehicles that have had a few miles, done a few years of driving. Apparently, their battery range is halved. And that's not what I've seen. That's not what other researchers seen. I don't know why they published that ridiculous article, because it wasn't true. The truth is, guys, that even people who actually charge their vehicles using a supercharger regularly, which manufacturers recommend you don't do, not just Tesla, but all EV manufacturers recommend you supercharge less often if you can to get more range, longevity out of the battery. The truth is that actually it doesn't seem to have much of an effect. There was research done recently by a massive industry research body in America where they actually they asked Tesla owners, do you supercharge, do you not supercharge? And they said that from, I think, 6,000 respondents, that there was almost no difference in terms of battery degradation with people who did supercharge versus those who did not supercharge. Now, the other surprising thing is battery degradation in used electric cars, particularly Teslas. We don't have a lot of information about other brands yet because a lot of them are pretty new, is actually very low. On average, battery degradation is actually very, very slow, particularly in Model 3s and Model Ys. Obviously, older Model S's and older Model X's some of them do have quite a bit of battery degradation, so check that before you buy. But battery degradation is nowhere near as bad as that recently published article, which I was very disappointed to read, just because I think it was fake news. It was kind of like drummed up to create anti-EV news for these major news headlines. Now, speaking of the range of this vehicle, this kind of proves my point, right? This vehicle has been supercharged, the owner says daily. It's done more than 430,000 miles on its odometer, and it's only lost 65 miles. It's only lost 65 miles of range. That's insane. I mean, battery degradation, to have only lost 65 miles in terms of total range that it can drive per charge, that's amazing considering this thing's been supercharged every single day, and it's driven, I mean, what, like 70,000 miles a year? That's crazy. Anyway, his high mileage Model S 90D apparently has saved him between 7,000 to 10,000 pounds. That's 9,000 to 13,000 US dollars per year. However, he said it is being constantly charged, not just to 80%. Tesla recommends you charge your vehicle if it's not lithium iron phosphate battery. If it's the batteries that come in a Model S, which are obviously, like I said, they are 2170 Panasonic cells generally. Now, they say charge those batteries to 80% unless you're going on a road trip, and then your battery will last longer. Now, this guy, right, charges to 100% on superchargers every single time he charges. He's done more than 430,000 miles. He's on the same battery, same motors, and range has only gone down by 65 miles. That just sounds insane. Anyway, he said this car has never had a service in its entire life. It's still on the original fluids. It has to be MOT'd every 6 months, and anything that looks like it's wearing out or about to go, you replace. So it's preventative maintenance on that form. Yeah, I mean, this is insane. Now, guys, there is actually quite a few other Teslas that have done more range than this and that are on the same battery and the same motors. Before I made this video, I was looking for there's a guy on X actually who posts some of these vehicles. He posts the range of some of these vehicles, and I'll make a new video with some of his listings on the longest range Model 3s and Model Ys. He has them on his X account. And some people have been asking me, where's this information come from? And I've actually posted the VINs. The VINs, I've posted them in a separate video where I talked about the longest range Model Y and the longest range Model 3. The longest range Model 3 has done more than 400,000 miles, hasn't hit 500,000 yet. Obviously, the vehicles are not that old yet for it to have done that kind of range. You'd have to be driving 24 hours a day. The longest range Model Y has done around 230,000 miles now. So nowhere near as much, but the Model Y, of course, it's a much newer vehicle. Now, here's the key point. The amount of money you can save, if you've got a business, a taxi business, or your business requires you to do tons of driving, you can save so much money by getting an electric car, Tesla or whatever it is, doesn't matter. An EV is just going to save you a huge amount of cash. So definitely, if you're going to get into that industry, consider, if you want to save money, there's only one choice that you can possibly make. Thanks for watching.